Welcome back. It is Thursday, February 16th in the NBA. My favorite picks are on the way. As you guys can see, we're in a change of scenery. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, I do want to recap yesterday. You just have not been able to get back into the winning column. A 1-2 day. Now, if a lot of you guys follow us on social media or you watch the other videos, you know I'm in Philadelphia. We're at the Cavaliers-Sixers game last night. Ended up being a really good game. That was awesome to see. I didn't really watch any of the games. I saw LaMelo Ball. I was checking my phone. He had 9 assists early in the third quarter, then barely gets to 10 assists. We needed 12, though, for his full ladder, but we'll take the 10 at least. I saw Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't know how to explain Mr. Dinwiddie. He shot 21 times the game previous, then shoots like 6 times last night. Granted, Mikal Bridges was cooking. Can't blame him. And then Vucevic, I think he scored 0 in the first quarter. Ends with 18. We needed 22. But either way, hasn't been a great run. So today, in today's video, not going to have any picks. Obviously, you can see I'm in a change of scenery. Haven't had a lot of time to research, but I do have a bunch of picks that I did do a little bit of research on. Just kind of want to give out them. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about each of the games. Talk about who I think wins the games. Should be a good time. I appreciate you for coming out here. If you're new, go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. I know the audio video isn't the best you'll ever see, but also the games aren't the best either. So don't blame me. Let's talk about the NBA. Let's talk about you guys, though. You guys showed tons of support. As I said yesterday at the Cavaliers-Sixers game, did a meet and greet before the game. The amount of people that came up to me, not just at that meet and greet, but also during the game, insane. So I can't do any of this without you guys. I can't be flown out by one of our sponsors to come to these videos without all you guys showing love, dropping likes, watching the videos every morning, being an all-star. All those things really mean a ton. You might not think so, but they really do. We wouldn't be in the same position to do that. So I can't thank you guys all enough. It's been awesome. And I know the picks haven't been great as of lately, but we're going to dial back in and have a great run the second half of the year. There will not be an NBA video until next Thursday. There's all NBA games off. Now, obviously, you have the All-Star break. The dunk contest doesn't have the greatest participants, but I'll probably be watching those things. But I'm going to take some time off. Obviously, there really aren't a lot of days we do these videos every single morning, but we also do baseball videos. Those seasons overlap. We do NFL. So very rarely do I get a break off from doing videos. So I'm going to take advantage of this break. I'll be in northern New Jersey in case you run into me or you live up there. We'll be doing some skiing and stuff like that. But let's talk about these games. Appreciate all the people that came out to that meet and greet. Was insane. The amount of people, the pictures I took. If you go to our Twitter at Colin or Shot, if you don't follow us there, what the heck are you doing? But go follow us. But I posted a bunch of pictures I took with you guys. It was awesome to chat with you. Someone had me sign a parlay ticket, and that ended up hitting. He ended up framing it. He sent it to me on Instagram. Alex, appreciate you. All right, let's dive in, though. Let's talk about these games, and let's get on out of here. Appreciate you guys for coming out on a random Thursday, last day before the All-Star break. Let's talk about this first one, though. I have some notes on my phone, so I'll be looking down. But Bucks versus Bulls. Bucks are traveling to take on the Chicago Bulls. Obviously, two teams that are really close to each other. Not really the biggest travel distance between them, but this is normally a big-time game. Now, let's talk about these. Obviously, the last day before the All-Star break, so you don't want to be forcing a ton of picks. That's why I'm not going to track anything I talk about today. Won't have any official picks. Honestly, the picks haven't been great recently, so want a day off to kind of rest and relax and get ready for the second half of the year. But I look at this game, and really there aren't a lot of Bulls props live. It looks like DeRozan's probably going to play this game. Obviously got last night off. But it's the Bulls on a Bucks. The Bulls are on a back-to-back. Bucks have won 11 straight games. I think it seems too simple to just load up Bucks money line, load up Bucks spread and all your parlays. So I think the Bulls keep this game close, but don't necessarily know how they do it. That's the thing with the Bulls. You never really know, and especially if they are resting guys on the second leg of a back-to-back, then probably wouldn't bet on a Bulls spread or anything like that. But another one I did look at Giannis. It's scary to fade the man, but his lines are way too high right now. 54.5 PRAs is his line. Now, I'm not saying to take the under, but it's really hard to hit a line that high. I looked at Jokic's under last night for PRAs because this was like 51.5. And while these guys are otherworldly, they're MVP caliber guys, a 54.5 PRA line is super tough to hit. If Giannis doesn't drop 35 points, very hard that he's going to hit that line. And even if he does drop 35, if he only gets like, I don't know, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 35, 15, and 3, he still goes under. That's how tough it is to hit those lines. So second half of the year, I know the unders haven't been hitting for us recently, but of course Derek White goes out and clanks it up yesterday. Granted, a lot of guys returned yesterday, but I just do want to say, you know, Giannis, I would fade him today. Not that I think he has a bad game. Normally has good games versus the Bulls. I just think the lines are too high. If it's a blowout, you're screwed. You're not hitting it in a blowout. If it's even a close game where he's not making the shots, you're going to have a hard time hitting that as well. So just something I did look at for that game. Kind of didn't really like any of the other lines. Like I said, no Bulls lines at the moment. Now let's move on to the second game, a game that honestly I have no lean for who wins this one. Wizards versus Timberwolves. The spread's about 3.5 in favor of the Timberwolves, but a couple props that I did like, and a couple of them kind of go hand in hand together. Rudy Gobert, I know, don't love Rudy, but I think his over in 24.5 points plus rebounds is pretty decent. Gobert obviously reunited with Mike Conley, a guy he played several years with, and Mike Conley looks to have unlocked what Rudy Gobert is good at. And let's be honest, Rudy Gobert not great at doing much on the offensive side of the court. But Mike Conley and him have a great connection, great pick and roll. They find each other. And we saw what Gobert went 9 for 9 last game. He obviously can do a great job rebounding the ball as well. I think his rebounds line is like 9.5, 10.5. So I don't mind that either. Obviously, it's hard to bet on Gobert because he hasn't been great this season. But I think with Conley out there in a matchup that he probably needs to play a little bit, I don't mind Mr. Gobert. I think he has a pretty good night. So definitely looking to Mr. Gobert. I think Rudy has a decent night here with Mike Conley in the lineup. Wouldn't be surprised to see Rudy kind of starting to take over towards the second half of the year. Not take over in the sense he's dropping 20 and 20 games, but he could be dropping 15 and 11 to 12 rebounds, probably hitting his points plus rebounds line pretty easily until they adjust to it. And then kind of going hand in hand with that, I like Gafford. Daniel Gafford's under 9.5 points. Now, obviously, we got Kuzma, Beal, Kristaps, all back. Those are guys that are going to shoot 15-ish times each. So it's going to be 70% of the shots that the Wizards are taking. And on the other side, Gafford, he doesn't have a jump shot. Only really can do stuff right in the paint, and that's where Gobert is going to be. So I don't think they play Gafford a ton today in today's game without Gobert on the court. So I think you're going to see Gafford. I mean, maybe he goes out there, gets some lob dunks or some putbacks and stuff because Gobert's contesting things, but I just don't see Gafford having a big offensive game. I think he scored 2 points last game. Just doesn't have a big role in this offense with all the other guys healthy. So I just don't think Gafford's a big play. I would rather fade him today. I think the under 9.5 points is a pretty decent angle. And as for who I think wins that one, I really have no idea. That game is a true coin flip. Two teams that you never know what you're getting from either night. The Wizards are sometimes look really good, then other nights they look terrible. Timberwolves, exact thing. I'd lean Timberwolves just because they're the home team, but you never know with the NBA. Maybe like a double-double and a win for the Timberwolves with Rudy Gobert. Maybe not too bad. I don't know what the value is on that. And then the final game, Clippers vs. Suns, another one on TNT. This should be a good game. I lean the Suns on the money line in this one. I think the Suns have a pretty good shot at winning. I know Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are playing. That's why the lines have picked them. But I think the Suns have been so good at home. They don't have a great record, but they're like 20-9 at home. Very good team. And then as for a couple of props I looked at, of the Clippers, I kind of lean Marcus Morris over 11.5 points. I look at Norman Powell off the bench. He's going to be gone. And I think they're going to need that second kind of juice on offense, and well, third technically behind Kawhi and Paul George, but they're going to try their best to guard Kawhi and Paul George. I think Marcus Morris has an advantageous matchup. I think he's going to have a couple shots. He's normally been, it's 11.5 points. I think he can get that. Someone I trust on Twitter put that play out, liked his analysis, liked his write-up for it. So I don't mind that at all. And then, honestly, another one that I've really been considering is Chris Paul over 9.5 assists. Now, obviously, he dropped, 19 assists last game, so he crushed this line. But I look at Chris Paul on this team. Honestly, with Cam Payne out, I really think Chris Paul over 9.5 assists should be a bet almost every single night, assuming they keep it there. I mean, Chris Paul, one of the best guys at facilitating in NBA history, and he's out there on the court, especially when Kevin Durant comes back, with three guys that really don't, that are looking for catch and shoot opportunities, and also the other guys off the bench that aren't creating their own shots. So we know Ayton and CP3, great connection. They rely on a couple assists there. Booker, obviously a guy that can run off screens, knock down shots, but also cut to the hoop and get some easy lands. And then when Kevin Durant comes back, he's going to obviously be a guy that they can facilitate for shoot. He can shoot over anyone. So Chris Paul over 9.5 assists. Wouldn't be surprised if that hits. Hopefully it does. Hopefully the picks I talked about on here hit, but I won't track any of them towards my record. Just a straight lean because obviously it's the last day before the All-Star break. Haven't done a ton of research into those, but wanted to come out here and make a video for you guys so you at least can see what I'm feeling. But I appreciate you guys for coming out here and supporting. Like I said, I'll put this back up on the screen. I will not have a video until after the All-Star break. Maybe you'll see some video from me. Who knows? Maybe next week, early next week. Maybe just me chatting like this on camera. But look, I can't do it without you guys. So the fact that so many of you, I got to meet you in person at this Cavaliers-Sixers game, insane. So if I see you, if you ever see me in real life, feel free to come up. Love to take pictures with you guys. I remember a lot. Some people we met were just followers when we had 1,000 followers. So the fact we've been able to grow to over 150 is ridiculous. But I really do appreciate you guys. Hopefully we can do more of these meet and greets in the summer. I already have some planned for baseball season, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I get to come out to your city. I get to meet you. We can try to set it up well in advance so you guys can take off work, or not. Don't take off work for me, let's be honest. But hopefully I can meet you guys all in person because you guys have changed my life. Wouldn't be here without you guys. So sorry for no pics. Sorry for scuffed video. Sorry for no audio, weird audio, video, all that stuff. But you guys are awesome. I can't do it without you guys. So no video until Thursday. Rest and relax. Enjoy the All-Star break. It's the last time where there's no sporting events for a long, long time. Trust me, I know. But I'll see you guys back again on Thursday morning. Maybe you'll see another video or YouTube short or TikToks and stuff of what I'm up to. Follow us on all our social platforms so you can see what I'm doing. We're doing some skiing and stuff. Appreciate you guys again. You guys have changed my life in so many different ways. But this is Austin. I'm signing out. See you guys back again in the next one. Peace out.